As a general rule, what dollar amount should a couple have before they consider self-funding long-term care? Is there a general rule?
No.
Long-term care is super expensive.
Right.
So $1 million. Gosh.
Yeah, that's a hard one to answer because every case is different.
Right. And every type of care is going to be different depending on what happens. But
I mean, it's funny. Wouldn't you say that this is a relatively common statement? What I'm going to make is the people that can afford long-term care insurance actually have enough income and money to not have to pay for the insurance.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, it's insurance, right? So
because it's expensive.
Yeah. It still makes sense to look at it here too, because it's leverage. So maybe you spend over your lifetime $70,000 in premiums, and then you get a $300,000 tax-free benefit to pay for care that, if you needed it.
If you need it.
If you don't need it.
Just like any insurance, right? That's the whole point. But I guess it's important for people to know that long-term care insurance is not an unlimited benefit. So a certain payment that you make each month for X number of years gives you a pool of money that you have to using it for long-term care.
Right. You could select a $100 a day benefit, $200 a day benefit, $250, $300 a day. I mean, you can kind of pick and choose, because the longer the benefit or the deeper pockets of benefit that you get, of course, that premium is going to go pretty high.
Right.
So I think you look at a plan to say, if something were to happen to me and my spouse, or my spouse and I, what's the next steps? Where's the money going to come from?
Right.
Who's going to take care of who? Right. Are you going to have, is one person going to be the caregiver? Well, that's pretty tough to do, right? If the one of the spouse, let's say the husband goes down, and then you look at the female spouse, that's not really fair to her.
Right.
Right.
Sure.
So there's got to be quality of life on both sides here. So you don't necessarily look at purchasing long-term care insurance for yourself. You kind of look at it as purchasing for your spouse.
Right. So I think another way we like to say this is everyone should have a long-term care plan.
Right.
Not everyone needs long-term care insurance. And in fact, it is quite expensive.
Are you prepared for retirement? Schedule a free financial assessment with an experienced financial professional right online at purefinancial.com.